Hello, people. Let's talk now about scholarship application in the Netherlands. So, I've received many questions from you guys asking me about if there are scholarships. Some people are asking if there are fully funded opportunities here. And today, I'm here to tell you that yes, there are scholarships in the Netherlands. There are fully funded scholarships in the Netherlands. So, in case you are looking to study in the Netherlands and you are looking for full scholarships, then you should start checking. Before I even talk about the scholarships, let me tell you something about visa application, how the application works here, in case you haven't seen my videos. Okay, there are videos on this channel where I talked about my relocation to the Netherlands, and I expect you to check those videos. I equally talk about how much money I spent to come here, and I've talked about who actually helped me to come here and some of the things that I did to actually come here. Then I also talked about my trip to Nigeria, to Benin, and back to Cameroon, and how I managed to come here. So please check the channel very well to see what you need. The Netherlands is a nice country, guys. So if you have an opportunity to come here next year, good and fine. I will be waiting for you guys, right? Now, let's go into the details. How can you migrate to the Netherlands? Like I always say, there are various ways you can use to jackpot, right, to enter abroad, especially in Europe. Now, which one is the easiest? It's always the academic pathway. Do you have the money to study? If yes, fine and good. If you don't have the money to study, try scholarships. Remember, Milton cannot do this process for you. Somebody cannot do this process for you because it is a whole lot of procedure. You need to sit down, you need to be organized, and this does not depend only on your academic background or probably your certificates. It also depends on some of the extracurricular activities you've done in the past, like voluntary services, internships, and community projects, right? Which is going to reflect on your CV. So put this into consideration. Scholarships application nowadays is not only dependent on your CV. Moving further, are there scholarships in the Netherlands? Yes, you can get maybe 5,000 to cut off your tuition. What basically happens is you apply for a university in the Netherlands, then you check if there is a scholarship in that department or in that university, or maybe the government of that particular country is organizing, like the Netherlands is organizing a particular scholarship for internationals. Also keep in mind that some scholarships are not for everybody. Like there is a scholarship for Africans, there is another one for Japanese students, there is another one for Chinese students. You are going to see all this on the school website. So I encourage you to check very well so that you really know what you are doing. Now, you need your academic credentials to apply for such scholarships. Your transcripts must be ready, your degree certificate must be ready, your high school documents must be ready. Get recommenders who can recommend you or write recommendation letters for you. Equally, make sure your CV is up to standard. Don't apply for scholarships without a well-arranged or organized CV. I can't overemphasize on this. Also remember, applying early for scholarships will help you, and most of the time, you would have to apply for the school first before you now move further to apply for the scholarships. It is very important for you to know. Remember, if you want to study here next year on a scholarship, please make sure you start your work now till the end of December, because most scholarship after December or something around the middle of January would be closed already, especially those that are for international students. I mean against September intake. Now, some universities in the Netherlands have a lot of scholarships, and you are going to find scholarships like the Holland Scholarship. You are going to find some in various universities like the University of Maastricht, and you are also going to find other scholarships like the LPDP Scholarship. You are also going to find the popular one, which is for everybody, the Orange Knowledge Program. Then you are also going to find some in some Dutch universities like the Norfolks and of course Radboud University scholarships. Then also you can find scholarships at Leiden University and the University of Twente. As a matter of fact, I know someone who is studying on a fully funded scholarship at the University of Twente. Now, what basically happened is you have to go to the school website, not Milton to go there and do the work for you. My work is to inform you and show you how to go about these procedures, right? These opportunities. So now, check the link in the video description box. That is your first starting point. Okay, when you watch the video and listen to everything I am saying, go back to the links and check them. Remember, there is another scholarship called the NL scholarship. When you go to the school, make sure you check the program you want to study. Okay, you are going to be using study in the Netherlands.nl. Now, you can filter based on the city you want to study, the program you want to study, the university you want to study, based on also the program. Is it master's, bachelor's, 1-year master's, 2-year master's, based on all of that. When you finally find a program, you click on that program, read it well, then you go to the scholarship section. You are going to find a lot of these scholarships, and they are going to tell you if you are applying for the program first before you come back and apply for the scholarship. On that same page, you are going to see information on if you are applying for the scholarship first or whatever. And also, you can also see on the scholarship website if you are going to get admission in that school first before you can apply for the scholarship. All these things will be on the scholarship section. Also, on the scholarship website, you are going to find the total amount you need for that particular scholarship. So do not forget all these things. They are always there. Now, requirements may differ. Some universities may ask you to supply some specific documents to apply for the school program. Then, after you finish applying for the school program, you will now need to add extra documents to apply for scholarship. But remember, you cannot apply for the scholarships without recommenders, like people writing recommendation letters on your behalf. So please put all of these things into consideration. I would also like to let you know again that I said this before, and I want to say it again. If you are applying for a scholarship, you have to be conscious of what you are doing. Please, you have to be conscious. It's so important for you to know all of this. Now, what I'm trying to search is, I want to show you an example of some scholarships at the University of Twente, and I'm going to put the link below as well, so that when you check it, you can actually see what you need. Okay, so what you basically need to do is you go to the University of Twente's website. You check their programs. They have master's programs and a whole lot. Some programs for international students. You click where they said international programs, right? Then when you finish with that, if you click to the school website, after you finish now, check again. Same on that program website, you are going to find a list of scholarships. For example, follow me and let's go. Let's check international students application. We will now take master's program to see which scholarships are available. Let's take all master's program, right? Just follow me as we go. Then now we are going to take biomedical engineering. This is for 2 years full-time program. Now this biomedical engineering, if you look at it very well, you are going to notice that they have some information on their website. Either you are coming as to start the pre-program, or you want to go directly into the 2 years master's program. You click the program, then you check the program website. This way you are going to notice all the scholarships. If you don't see them there, come back, you go to the school website and go to where they say scholarships. You are going to see various scholarships there, their deadlines, when they are starting and when they are going to close application. This is how you target all these things. And trust me, if you have a scholarship to study in the Netherlands, it means that if you get admissions to study, let's say biomedical engineering, and you have given $10,000, or let's just say 10,000 euros for the scholarship, it means now that if your tuition fee is 15,000 euros, now you've gotten 10,000. They will now just remove 10,000 from your tuition and you will only pay 5,000. Now, which means that when you are doing that compilation to give money to the school to apply for your visa, because it is the school who is going to apply for your visa, you will now remove that 10,000 and just give them the remaining 5,000. So that's the advantage for you as an international student who have a scholarship to study in the Netherlands. Otherwise, for me in particular, when I was doing application, the Netherlands was not in the picture. It was when I got a lot of rejections, then I was struggling to move. I realized now that, let me check this country. Then I was leaning more on Canada. At the end of the day, I realized Canada was behaving funny, so I had to switch. Then before I did my application, most of the applications were closed. Then I went to the scholarship section. I realized that most of the scholarships had closed in January. So do you understand? So that's why I'm here to inform you. This is October, November, December. You still have 3 months to go before the application close. Check your programs, go to the scholarship section and check and see how much they have. You start the application now. Don't say Milton never advised me. I'm here to give you information so that you can come and enjoy with us. If I had this opportunity, I didn't know about it, maybe I would have been under a scholarship. Remember, I said it's not all about having the best grade. Try and apply for it. There are even scholarships on school website or on program website. You may have maybe 2 or 3 scholarships for international students. Apply for all of them, right? Don't use the same motivation letter for one scholarship. This is advice. So guys, I was talking to somebody about this legalization for Austria. If you want to migrate to Austria, what you need to do, there are 3 steps. You have to do authentication, verification, and legalization. And the person was telling me something about the schools telling him that he wasn't qualified. So literally, he actually sent an email to the schools to ask them to send him a message as evidence that he wants to legalize his documents to apply for the school. So the school told him that he should send his documents, let them evaluate first to see if he is actually qualified to apply for the program, right? So when he did that, the school checked and said he is not eligible, which means that even if he went ahead to do maybe the verification, authentication, and legalization stuff, and apply to the school, they will still not give him admissions. And we talked about this. I told him to look elsewhere. Now, this is my advice for you. Make sure you do the same. Don't legalize your documents without going through this process. This is my advice, especially if your certificates are not that powerful. I will encourage you to, first of all, try to verify if they can give you admissions in case you legalize your documents. Yes, it may be pretty difficult, but again, this is a smart and excellent move to do, because if you spend that money, for Cameroonians, it's a lot of money. That should be close to 700 euros. That's around close to 300K. Am I correct? I don't remember the actual amount. But if you spend that money, at the end of the day, you are not able to get admissions to move to Austria, it is not good. I have spent more than 500K before I'm even here just for documentation, right? But that was because a lot of things were happening and I couldn't really figure it out. But now I'm advising you, so you know that you need to do some work. Please try to look at where you can easily enter without doing a lot of this legalization. But if Austria is still your target, then you should go ahead and do it. All right. But please consider this advice I'm just giving.